Streaming, correct? Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright, let me just get this post set up and we'll get ready to go. Alright. And there we go, mic's on. So just kind of going over like gear and stuff. Like, I got my Black Rose axes are normally on my back bar just because the Black Rose blue wheel I got, and they've been with me forever. And on main hand, running Perfected Maul. Get that extra penetration for being a Maul. Also has an extra line of penetration right there. And also adds a nice chunk of damage to your cleave. The other skill, you got poisons on your backup bar. I'm running 4-piece Kinras right here, and then really body pieces, full 5-piece. The other thing I got, let me put that bitch on. Got this Ring of the Pale Order. This son bitch keeps you alive. Go over, let's go on the character screen, all stamina, all that fun stuff. 2300 health, or 23,000 health. You got the lever on to increase physical penetration, because you need that. Because you don't have a tank to put Sunder and stuff on. Got the Minor Slayer going, I can throw beaches for fun. And this is my favorite food for this one, especially with the health buff that we recently got. Makes our world a lot easier with the extra stamina, health, and recovery. Then we're going to go into our skills real quick. Normally set up with surprise attack because it does the sundered, which does the minor penetration. Doesn't cost very much and hits pretty hard. Run a two-hander execute instead because you can start executing around 35-30%. Running brawler. This with the Pale Order ring with the damage shield is a fucking lifesaver. So if you're struggling, that is your friend. You got Relentless Focus because you need that bow proc and stuff, and it's just amazeballs. Twisting Path is not supposed to be on this bar. I'm dicking around. Normally I run Consuming Trap right here. Now I do have Barb Trap. I don't run it for the most part just because I don't need it. It's just 10% critical damage. Yes, it does a shit ton of physical damage and stuff, but you're going to want Consuming Trap on your bar more. Not only does it use Magicka instead of Stamina, but it also gives you back health, Magicka, and Stamina when that target dies. And we're looking at we have Incapacitating Strike right here. This will help you fuck shit up. Let's just put it that way. It's just there to fuck shit up. The other one I'll be using is Ballista. It's like saying Ballista. I know it's wrong. It's fun though. Now on my back bar, I like Thriving Chaos. Now, if you're Nightblade and you don't have access to Thriving Chaos, Soul Tether is amazing to keep your ass alive too. Because it is a cheap ulti. It's 150 ulti as well. Does less damage than Thriving Chaos as a Stand Blade, but It's AoE stun, it gives you some breathing room, and it heals you. So that's what I like my back bar to be, is like that healy / damage, like, oh fuck button. Then I got my Echoing Vigor, in case I need it. Then you have Leeching Strikes, which is super important. Leeching Strikes is going to not only heal you on your light attack, but also restore resources, and when it expires, you get more resources back. Now, the reason why I don't run Bear Trap is because Dark Shade, especially after this patch, is responsible for keeping my ass alive while dealing damage. The big thing on why this guy keeps your ass alive is that minor maim. That 5% is like, you've lost a lot of mitigation. 5% is a lot now. Then you have Deadly Cloak. So you have the AoE protection, which there's a lot of AoEs. So reducing that damage by 20% is great. Plus it does a nice little damage around you. And this is not Twisted Path. Is this Twisting Path? No, it's not the Twisting Path. Then we go to the Piece de Resistance, and that is our Razor Caltrops right here. The reason why you run Razor Caltrops, they don't do a shit ton of damage. They used to, but they don't anymore. It's for that Major Breach. If you have access to Major Breach, like you could run, if you don't have Razor Caltrops, you can go with Reaper's Mark. It does the same thing, gives you Major Berserk if you kill the target, but only for 5 seconds. But you can only put it on one target at a time. But it does give you that Major Breach if you do not have access to Razor Caltrops. Now we're going to start this fight. Start our quest. The other reason why you run the Black Rose axes is because when they do damage, when your Blade Cloak does damage, you get an extra 6% damage boost.
It may just give you a life.
Now we are going to be running Brutality Potions throughout this entire thing. If you want a higher score at the end of the day, you can kill the trash. For the most part, I don't bother with it, and yeah, sometimes you got to, like, now I got too much shit. Got to go over CP, do that during a second. I'm not going for speed run, no death. I'd like to at some point, I'm just not at that point yet, so. After I kill this, I'll go over my CP in a second. So looking at our champion points, starting off in this warfare tree, I've put a lot more points like into the quick recovery and preparation in an elemental Aegeus versus going full balls to the wall damage. Like you can see, I only put 10 points in Tireless Discipline to unlock this part. Maxed out precision. You have fighting finesse. You won't be behind shit. This is pointless. This is more important. And you go to extend might. You're only worried about maxing out your offensive penetration. You have deadly aim to increase your single target attacks, and then you have thaumaturge. Now, what you could do if you have enough CP right here in this thaumaturge, and you're just getting your ass handed to you, you can put it into reaving blows. That'll help keep your ass alive. Over in the fitness tree, you run around, you sprint a lot. I put a lot of points here. I always believe that sprinting costs a shit ton of stamina, and more resources the better. So you run faster, you get there quicker. Less likely to die. Not really worried about putting my points into max health. I'm just slowly working on that. This, however, replaces the need to run Vicious Ophidian. If you don't have the ability to get to Bloody Renewal or its friend, Siphoning Spells, than worry about Vicious Ophidian and False Gods. This, however, makes it so you can run more damaging sets. A little bit of points in the tumbling right now, a little bit of points right here to reduce the cost of break free. This right here has saved my ass more than I'd like to account for, because if you get stunned, you get fucked up. Break free is amazeballs, and it's automatic. You got the boundless vitality right here, rejuvenation maxed out, and I'm ignoring ironclad. Now you could go over here if you wanted. Like, I'm set up to be a crafter, so you know this is amazeballs for your weapon and chance. I haven't built out here, don't really care. But that is what you're looking for, is to keep your weapon and chance up. I haven't bothered to re-enchant my back bar in forever. Little hop, try not to die right there. And lap flaps. Try not to get hit by those little bitches. Hurt. Four targets. Auto attack. There we go. Alright, so we're on to the first boss of the Wounded. This douche canoe. He summons a giant flesh atro. And he'll also summon little Banekins. They don't really hurt that much, or at least they don't hurt me that much. So you don't really need to deal with them, because the Flesh Atro will also deal with them. Those Banekins are also only up as long as this guy's alive. Now the Flesh Atro and him share kind of the same health bar, but if you kill one early, you have a few seconds to finish off the other before it gets enraged. And it'll gain more health, just making your time a little bit longer.
So you come to battle the champion of mortal law.
I like to push this guy down a little bit. Now, let that go. That'll kill you. That right there will break his damage shield if he ever puts on.
Protect me, Dreadlord!
So you just have Dreadlord to protect him. Alright, now you're going to get into a wounding portal. You're going to have 15 seconds to kind of get to the end of this little pathway right here. I'm going to start switching out my bows and stuff. Because if I switch out my bows and do my skills at the same time, this game likes to kick me out. So I'm going to put on the Maelstrom bow on my back bar. Or maybe game will freeze. I think it broke. Fuck. There we go. Hopefully one day they'll fix that. The Master's Perfected bow on my main hand because I don't have the bow out of here. I've never gotten the bow to drop out of here. Maybe today will be the day. Who knows? So, if you want a better score, you kill the trash. I'm going to ignore the trash because fuck these goddamn pieces of shit. have to use those little orbs to pick that shit up. So you just pull that chain. Just like killing one of the wardens at the end of a little run area. Let's teach you out some skills real quick. Let's see. Where's my back bar? Where's my bow skills? Want endless hail and then front bar. We're using focused aim because it puts minor breach. Put that there, and then honestly, like I had to put silver shards, I just haven't bothered to put points into it yet. But what we'll run instead of that, where is it? Funnel health. Whoops, I'm not supposed to go there. Because it's just going to keep your ass alive a little bit better. That's all. Then you put ballista on your front bar. I mean, you can change your back bar if you want. You don't need to. Nope. So you just run past all this stuff, kind of hug the right-hand wall, let you run past this little Ogrum douche canoe over there. Pop in the portal, run. Take this first one, because this eyeball right here is just going to slow you down. So you just kind of dodge roll, waste your resources a little bit. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Got 10 seconds left. You can fight that warden, or you can just pull this chain. And that brings the bridge down. Run behind me here. Just right around. Move that clown. And you just pull this thing. And we're going to fight the Ash Titan. Oh, whoops. I need to change that skill out. Where's my Razor Caltrops? Right there. There we go. Okay, so this is the Ash Titan. Now, if you try and just straight up melee him, I've done it before, it's doable, but holy crap is it a pain in the ass. Because up in this upper ring up here, there's going to be a bunch of eyeballs, right? They're going to shoot their lasers down at you. They don't hurt very much, but when you start taking 6 or so lasers to the face, it doesn't feel fun. A wounding portal will spawn right here. You can pop up there and kill like 5 eyeballs, and you get an achievement when you do it on Vet, which this better be on. And then those little like blue eyeballs we saw before, they'll spawn around the room. Now I tend to stay by the entrance and just kind of range them down. Range is a little bit easier on this boss. It makes it almost a walk in the park. Hopefully I don't die. All right, here we go. Shade. Spawn. Those little green little lasers. Who's that? Ballista, let's drop that bastard. That, you can use that blue flame that it just kind of shoots across the ground. You can either bash that to interrupt that, or it can use it to help kill the eyeballs, which will debuff you. squeezy, first portal done. Now we're going this as Sam, so I'm going blue portal first. If I was Magicka, I'd start out as the green portal. So we're going to go in the red portal next, which is going to be the health portal. Let me change up the shit real quick.
What in the living is this?
Now normally I ignore the trash, if I can. This one, not so much. Because it's got the clan fears and stuff, they suck. You can see on the black rose, got the weapon spell damage enchant, which apparently I'm supposed to change out now, too lazy to. And our poison enchant. Each of them are back as far as fused. Go make this Nern honed. Got our poisons on. Go to skills. Change that. Back to incap. Now back to flow. Executioner. Brawler. Change that. Deadly Cloak. And if you hit L2 or R2, you can kind of scroll through these. And the other reason why I run Surprise Attack is because when you go into your Shadow Tree, you get Shadow Barrier, so you gain major protection and stuff. It's only for 6 seconds because of 0 heavy armor pieces, but that keeps you alive, like especially during the fight. It helps a lot. And you also increase max health by a little bit. So you have one shadow skill on your back bar, one shadow skill on your front bar, your health doesn't go up and down.
Brimstone Den.
So,
Sorry about the heat.
yeah, in the Brimstone Den, you see these little scampy bastards? Yeah, they're bastards. They hit harder than me. Can't ignore them. That's why I usually like to clear out this first room. See something right there. And these dudes. It's just easier and less frustrating if you move as fast and faster. All those running away. Hop. Jump, jump. Oh look, this wounding portal here. This is why you always do the wounding portal, or the blue one, before the red one. Because you need to use this one in order to get to your health. A little hoppy hop. Lava debuff fall off. More hoppy hop. Fall off again. 6 seconds for this one. Hop and even though you're jumping, like you don't want to straight run across because you touch the lava the entire time, so you might die. You're just gonna pay attention to your lava counter right there, and you should be alright. Just grab this guy. Boom. Extra 5,000 health right there. Oh, right there too. Lock that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Got it. Listening for the orbs. So if you're playing with your down, you won't be able to hear them. This is just a regular day drop. Not that big, especially when he's by himself. Now, if you were just to run all the way through, like you got your orb up over here and just kill this dude, everything else would die. But, like I said, that would lower your score and everything. But, you know, if you just want to get through this as fast as possible, that's fine. Stand in there, like I would have died. Now this is a Brimstone Warden. Looks like the day drop, but hits a lot harder and his flame breath sucks testicles. There's this. About to beat on me. Okay, angry. I'm gonna switch over to this carve real quick. By itself, not a huge deal. There's an area where you gotta fight a couple. This is the Magma Queen. Now, there's gonna be a portal with a whole bunch of scamps coming out of it. Like I was showing before, scamps hurt really bad. So you wanna, like, don't worry about her. She's not a huge, super big deal. She will dive into the ground and expose like a volcano area. You can kill the iron atros that spawn and you can throw that on the volcano. It will stun everything. There's achievement to do this fight on Vet without ever doing that. So you can and you can't, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Like, find something that's going to make your life, like, what's comfortable for you. Like, if you need to do that, get better at the fight, you know, level up your skills, do so. She's also going to spawn a day drop at some point, but the scamps are your main target. So we're going to start the fight off. She's also got a lot of health. I know off balance kind of got nerfed, but there we go, I'm getting it like me. We're just gonna focus on her, on the camp right now. A little bit more. A little bit. Oh, it did. See, now she's done. It's done all her enemies as well, all her ads. You can choose to dodge roll that lane. To myself. Hopefully to you. Sometimes it can be like little red lava balls that spawn around here, so you're trying to look for them.
Time to get moving to the rest of the right.
Usually, sometimes there's one here, sometimes there's one over there. Now you have this brimstone orb. Keep your feet from going in the fire. Got 2, 1, 0. Here, 3. Break that. Hurt. Daedra up there. Sometimes there's a brimstone orb. There's 2 scamps behind him. So, just the Daedra. Not really too much. Get out of that. The Daedra doesn't hit that hard, it doesn't have that much fun. Brimstone Warden is a different monster entirely. Orb over there. Ooh, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for that. Just to make my life easier. Like I said, smooth is fast, fast is smooth. Wait for this orb to spawn. Just kind of walk around that dude. Like I said, you want more points, you kill that dude. Don't care about. In the past, you could have actually passed skip these dudes and just kind of jump off across the lava till they get to the next warden. You can't do that anymore. So just wait for that big fire dude to pass a little bit, and then come get it. Now we're gonna run this way to do the mini boss that's over here, but also to get any more brimstone orbs, or not brimstone, but the little red one. Smash this shit. Keep on going. Lava there. Sometimes there's 2 that spawn up in this next wounding portal. I don't see those. There'd be one here, and another one right there. Sometimes one of them gets buried in the ground. If you're close, like where it's supposed to be, you'll see a little light ball that comes up over it. You'll still get it. So don't worry if you can't, like, oh no. So if you're struggling with this next boss, this mini boss makes that end boss, the Pyre Lord, a whole lot easier. So as soon as you hop, skip, and jump across the lava right here, you're going to start the boss fight. So you kind of get screwed. Start off with your health regen right there, across the lava. Doesn't do any stuff. It's the best to stay out of it. It really doesn't. I think it doesn't because it's on second. Shit gets stronger, the more forward. So something that like the moon sort of easy won't be easy for a match here. There. That. Sometimes, like, I don't even bother that shit. Like, if I do my damage shield, I don't give a shit. I'm in a damage shield. Don't worry about crap right now. So, alright, here we go. Yeah. Now, what that just did, though, is it gave you this buff. So every time you pop one of those brimstone orbs, it now radiates intense heat. That does AoE damage around you, making the next boss very much easier to do. So, oh, and plus that. Like I did last time. Like I said, you gotta hear it. They make a little noise. Do. You can do all these same tactics on normal. break this first. Heal. Switch over. Private chaos. Heal damage. Q. This is going to focus on killing the ads first. Now that, without doing the mini boss, is a lot harder. Fifth one, you only get 5 per round. Sometimes, though, the game's an asshole and makes one spawn over there by that archway. Out of that archway, summons big bone clasts that are on fire. They summon little skeletons. You'll see that I'll forget, like, stop executing and just use Brawler because it's awesome. And what the Pirate Lord does, it's kind of like a DK. DK if they were kidding. But he'll breathe fire, he'll like inhale and then breathe fire. Now that tells you one of two things. So at the start of the fight, he'll inhale, then breathe fire. You can kind of like get around him, you know, try and get, you know, some damage on the flank or whatever. Then he'll raise the sword up in the air, and then he'll have flame jets around him that spin. You can back up out of those flame jets, but it'll still shoot fireballs at you. So it's not gonna like keep you from doing it. Like you kind of try to stand in the middle and then try and walk around. And you don't want to fight him right next to his diocese right there, or diocese, whatever. Because what could happen, as it's happened to me before, is you get tripped up on the stairs and then you get burned to death by the lava jet coming at you. So kind of fight him more in the middle, because at each corner right here, there'll be a little brimstone orb. So after he does his little fire breath and his spinny flame attack, you get a couple more hits in, then he's going to breathe fire. And this time around, you want to start booking it, maybe get a couple hits in or whatever, and then start booking it to a corner and pop a brimstone orb, because he's going to slam his sword into the ground and make the entire ground lava. You will still take damage. It'll be greatly reduced, but you'll take like 300 damage a second. So what you do at that point is you break that lava stone and you'll take reduced damage, but you'll also be doing damage around. He's going to summon bone colossi-size, whatever, one at a time. Like every time he does that, you know, he'll summon another. You could kill it. This is one of the only fights where I ignore the ads for the most part. The bone colossi don't really do all that much, but they summon little ads. And that's why Brawler saves your ass. Because what you're doing is, yes, you're taking down the ads, and you can kind of hit one of the ads with a consuming trap if you're running low on resources, but you're cleaving and you're taking that boss down. And because we're running the Master's Perfected one, the more targets you hit, the more damage it does. Alright. Giggity.
Come! Test your mettle!
Okay, so there's that. Okay, so do the flame jet, try and stand in the middle. Gas your dodge. Like a range ability. What do you want to do? Yeah, don't get close to that target. Okay, so breathing again. That brimstone orb is right there. Get one more hit off, and then we run. Smash. Our dock and heal ourselves.
The servants of Merun's Dagon await!
This. There we go. Now I can start healing. Whew. That was cool. And those things will explode and they'll knock you down. So when he does this, that can be very painful. It is wonderful.
Aha! Join me in glorious battle! Can you take the heat?
Ooh, I missed. Heal. this. Try the chaos. That hits it harder because you get a few more targets with that. Now, I'm not going to bother that. I'm just going to sit here and sleep. Because guess what? It's a lot of trouble. Yeah. And I got trapped and I didn't see that I was stuck behind that bone Goliath. It's all good though. Death is part of this. I mean, I guess we could have executed if I would have gotten it, but
destruction.
most of the time, sleep is really out of that. Fireball. Back over there. And you sword in the ground. That.
Wishes to meet you.
Okay, Brimstone Orb. What happened in trying to show off?
We shall battle for honor.
There's kind of panic right there. And I worried about the game. I didn't worry about this thing. As you hit him, he does damage. So be aware of that. Orb.
Take the heat. The servants of Merun's Dagon await. Join me in glorious battle.
Like I said, that dives me pretty well. Done right there. Oh, yeah.
The Forge never dies.
And also notice when I do the mini boss, sometimes he'll spawn himself into the middle here, and then he'll surround himself in fire and then shoot out little inferno jets when he's at like 30% health. So when that happens, just stay out of those inferno jets and do your best not to die. That's it. That's what most of this game is doing your best not to die. Alright, now we get to go into
More dark magic polluting the hollows? Where does it come from? Wait.
Hunter's Grotto.
Hunter's Grotto. Ah, memories of this place.
Okay, I'm just gonna go up and around. Ignore that. We're gonna kill this ad pack here, just because it's easy to spawn in, and like I said, it just makes it easier. It's gonna be a with ads, still make it. Soul Guardian. Rock Heavy. Died to that stupid slam before, even though it has never killed me. And my rotation isn't on point either. Alright, so you can kind of skip this stuff right here. Now, this Gate Guardian right here is going to be right next to this torch, is going to spawn a Spriggan. See how he's all yellow? It means I can't hit him until that Spriggan dies. So you're just going to start here, stuff right here. See how it spawns? Kind of carve everything down. Dash that. Again. And that's that. Now there is a brimstone orb down over here. I've tried a couple times to bring him down there and do the brimstone orb. It does faster by getting that brimstone buff.
But do you have the strength for more?
Break that thing. Plop a lamp right here. And up. Smash that one. And we're hustling. Doesn't like to let you touch it. Now you can start seeing the green orb spawn. Got that big one. Got 5k stamina right there. And if you're trying to do speed runs and stuff, you normally skip the mini bosses. But if you're just trying to complete it and make it easier, do the mini bosses. It takes a little bit longer, about an hour or so, versus like 45, 30 minutes depending on your DPS. Sometimes there's a green orb up in that lava volcano right there. It looks like a clitoris. I know some people don't know what that looks like, but that's a nice little nub. And then over there, there could be one up over there. There could be one up along this ridge right here. And there could be a couple that spawn back here. So you just kind of double check, because it basically get an extra 10,000 stamina if you get all 5. I got an extra 10,000 health right now. So this, you kill the little Spriggans right here in the middle, it gives you that same buff again. It's going to start at the one in the middle. Then it'll either go left or right, because what you'll do is you'll DPS it down. First one does like a little ground slam, nothing super important in the beginning. Later on, he becomes an asshole, because he'll put like a green beam on you and like suck your health or whatever, I'm not really sure. Then it can go over to the one on the left. The one on the left will do like a big old AoE type thing. Don't panic. Dodge. And then you won't get hit by his giant wave smash. This guy over here, you know, as they start out when they're one by one, not too big of a deal. And this guy over here on the right will do like a thorn jet. So don't get hit by that. You can sidestep it if you're really close to him, or, you know, if you need to, dodge out of the way. No big deal. Then on the outside, there will be more Spriggans that spawn, and periodically throughout the fight, what'll happen is they'll steal your buff. When they steal your buff, you can't hit the boss anymore. When you can't hit the boss anymore, like, you gotta kill that Spriggan to get your buff back. There'll be wolves that spawn. What I like to do with those is they increase Brawler's damage, so I'll switch to Brawler at that point. But I'll also throw a Consuming Trap on 1, maybe 2, and get some resources back. Alright, here we go.
Do not wilt from this challenge, Hunter. This shell brings your death.
Follow a little gold on the ground.
Attendance!
Dealing a buff. If you like crushing shock, you can deal with it. Here you shoot some gold horns. Dodge go out of the way. You got little wolves now.
This new host serves me better.
And we'll go to the third one.
Strong around you, fledgling hunter!
Like, you're in a sticky situation. Use your Brawler.
The grove to aid me!
Like that.
Strength to fight from this mortal!
Ah, they can finish that. You do this without.
My defense is eternal. I embody life! I cannot be defeated.
Yeah, sometimes you stand in them like that, and you can target them, you don't hard target.
Cycle!
So just go ahead and fucking Brawler. They, some people call it bullshit. Whatever, I don't know. One little orb right here. Now if you're doing a speed run, like sometimes you skip this part, but like there's like an orb right here, so it doesn't hurt to kind of, depends on how fast you're moving. If you can grapple up to here, pop that dude. Here. Hopefully I got enough time to run faster. There's 3 orbs that spawn on this side in the lava. There's one behind this rock, and there's one behind that rock over there. Where you can. And now here comes an annoying bitch boss. This is probably my least favorite design boss in the game. So you got the grapple bow now. Oh, there's an orb over there. It's this stupid douche canoe. You can call him douche canoe. He doesn't have a real name. What he'll do is his attacks don't really hurt all that much. Does fire damage, breathes fire, don't stand in it. You know, doesn't really do all that much. What he does is he jumps around. He doesn't jump from one platform to another, making it easy for you to keep up with him. Sometimes he'll just jump to 2 away. So you won't be, like, it's just a fucking time thing. That's why none of the speedruns deal with it. So this one, I actually want my dots going. So we'll do this. Not that big. See, he jumped 2 away. What a fucking dick. away again. This is why he's annoying. Or he'll do that bullshit too. Now if you wanted to, you could switch up to more dots. Like, you could use consuming like bear traps and stuff if you wanted to. Still trying to push you off. Do that. He's not hard, he's just like annoying. Not hard. Now, what happens is now your grappling bow does two things. It gives you a minor sprint speed, right? But it also interrupts when you land in an area. We'll talk about that when we get to that last one over there. So again, like if you're having trouble with the Minotaur boss, you can unlock this part because you did the red portal first, or whatever. You got access to the brimstone orbs. Like this makes your life a lot easier. Sorry, Max. Suck it. Four now for my green orbs, and they were all mostly hidden on this side. Until you get like used to it and stuff, and you can like start doing a final boss with like 1 or 2 orbs, or you're lucky and none of your orbs are up over here. It's not a big deal. Again, like finding the orbs in the rest of this dungeon is pretty easy. There's one that spawns like right there. You can walk around these trash packs. You don't need to. Like if you're looking for a high score, you gotta kill the trash. Grapple part. Hopefully this game doesn't hate me and pushes me off these rocks. Like there. Yeah, I don't want to do it there. Did on that one. Or you get stuck up in midair. Sweet. Sometimes there's a green orb right there. Nope. up this Hosmerga. Sometimes there's a green orb right there, and sometimes right around this corner right here, there's another green orb. Oh, that's not what I want to do. So this boss, these color platforms right here, he's going to do that. You want to block their stuff. You want to dodge that. Right now, he's jumping away. Kind of aim yourself, like right here, you can grapple through his attack so you don't have to waste your time dodging. Just like that. Now he's red, right? Now I gotta get to a blue platform. Saw some arrows getting shot at me. And you see these little dudes like right here in the middle? They're gonna stand up to me. Starting to stand up. Shit. Now they're going to be shooting fire drops. Now, what you normally do is you just take out two platforms, knock those two, and interrupt them, like bash them. I'm going to head to this platform, take out these archers, throw a trap, hit them once. Now it's all. Okay, they're doing it again. Push it a little bit. Don't need to do it right away. Oh, no. Grapple there. Grapple here. If you don't get out of the way fast enough, he'll jump on top of your head. Is he red? No, he's blue. I gotta. My bad. Alright. That little ground flame right there will stun you. Here, take out the archers. Why not? Yeah. little bitch. Ended where it would have been spawned. There we go. Cool.
Well done, outsider. You perform beyond our expectations.
Alright, now we're on to the last boss.
Proceed through the portal below.
She
for
can
your
be the
final
easiest one.
challenge.
What you have to understand about this boss is ads are more important than her. She does not hit hard. Her ads individually do not hit hard. But you get ramshackled with a whole bunch of ads. So when we're down there, we're gonna go in the order of blue. I'm getting ahead of myself there. When you bring her down to the 10% the first time, the entire middle of the platform is going to expand in a danger circle. You grapple out to one of the far platforms, blue, green, and red. What'll happen is when you kill that mini boss that's in there, she'll be regaining health at that time, so you'll get her down to 10% or so. Keep on killing her until she does the whole thing, and it will spawn something that happens. Like when you kill a chill fiend, you can't stand in one spot anymore. You have to keep moving because there'll be little lightning AoEs that strike up underneath your feet. When you kill the green one, a minotaur, unkillable minotaur will come up that you cannot, well, since you cannot kill him, you have to like deal with what he does. He summons like earth spikes out of the ground that are lava-y and stop you from moving around very fast. So it gets you hit by the lightning more. And the last one is the little pirate lord again. But what happens is he will summon a flame dude. You gotta bash the flame dude or kill him. Because when you start taking too much damage from too many sources, you can't keep up with it anymore. So what I recommend doing, try and kill the flame dude before you kill the pirate lord, using your cleave and stuff. Focus on him, burn him down. Burn the pirate lord before hopefully the second flame ad spawns. And then pop out of the floor. Now she'll also summon void mages and void archers and void plasms. Kill the plasm, kill the ooze first because it has the less hit points. Then work on killing the archer or the mage, whichever one is spawned. Then she'll summon skeletal ads. Now, usually the void plasm and the void mage will stick around when you go into the mini boss portal. So you'll have an extra ad during the mini boss portal. To make your life easier, just kill them before you bring her down. The skeletons, however, go away.
Made it all the way to the end.
So
Only one
you
final
can like
challenge left.
focus on her a little bit more while still trying to carve down the ad.
Oh, magic!
So she's getting spawned right now.
Make me a bird. Again, she doesn't hit that hard, dude. It's the ads that are going to kill you. So there's that. That's void good. There, she's dead. Died to that shit. Like today. Go back to her. Maybe it's just a skeleton now. So, please, now she's going to summon ads on the outside. Focus these down. So you got streaks. Yeah, you can fucking use it. You can use any type of teleport to get streaks again. I just tend to fucking squeeze my way through that because I can. And that's how I've learned to do it. We'll teleport over here. Great. Now we're on the blue side. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to use private. we go. Grapple out. Do portal first. To the ground. Work him over. See how she's regaining health right now. Don't worry about it too much. Like, yeah, try and do your best to get through this as fast as you can. Don't worry about it. She's like at 30% health, she's at 40. I would have started executing on my way out. And I would have ignored almost nothing. I don't want to deal with this shit. A lot of ads. Now I'm going to have a void mage. I can take it in time. Grapple. Ooh, shit. And this will explode. So that's the shit you want to worry about. So the ads spawned it, now he's spawned it. See that? That's doing that shit. Keep standing too much of that, the lightning will fuck you up. Your range is a little bit. Surrounded by emptiness, and she's summoning her ass. You guys. Just worry about these guys. You break a little link and chain. Near her. All right. Yeah, don't be near that either. Lava one now. So it's another Pirate Lord again. He's going to do the same stuff without the ground breaking. So I'm going to wait for that guy to spawn. We'll bring the fight around him. Interrupt that. Minotaur now, he's spawned, so you want to be careful not to get stuck in his flow, like he's doing right there. He's underneath you. You don't want to get stuck in this dude's now this dude's up. I'm gonna make my life easier. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit harder now coming out of this portal. carve our way through this. Doing this shit, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna worry about carving my way through all this. I'm gonna work my way up to thriving chaos. I'm not even worried about executing. Still not going to execute. Too much shit on it. There we go. Deal with the ads, that's it.
Did not summon such a creature
We
for
got the
this
Hungry Void
challenge.
Bow.
Vateshran's rights now end.
And I got the
You
Vateshran
did more than we
staff. Never had that
expected.
before.
Well done. A hard old Whis.
Alright. And that's it. Yeah, so it takes a little over an hour.